big bass on this structure fishing is after the spawn, kind of almost, you know, just post spawn. That's the first place they go, and on when you're structure fishing, you're just waiting for the day they show up, and it's going to be after the spawn is pretty much, you know, over, and that is the peak of when that bite is the best. Usually is I guess you'd call it early summer and into the heat of the summer, and even in late summer it's good. But what happens in late summer on most lakes is the thermocline really sets up hard, and sometimes that causes the fish to be a little more suspended. And the structure fishing can still be awesome, but it's a little more spotty than it is early summer, because when they come out from the post spawn, they're on a big time feed, and if you know where to find them, if you're able to find a big school, you can really have a blast in early summer. It's the best structure fishing of the year. That usually occurs in May and June, and even early July in most lakes in the south. I just went over there and regraphed them, and they seem like they moved just a little bit, so now I'm trying to see if I can hit them. Hope they're still biting. I can bring it to the new area where I saw them. They kind of moved over about 10 feet. See? And I'm hitting the bottom. There he is. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He's coming up. Express train to the top. Man, it feels like it's nice. Man, he's fighting on. He's not letting me pull him up. Here he comes. He's gonna jump. I didn't act like he's gonna jump. Where's his mind? Man, they're strong. That feels like a nice one. I don't think he's a 10-pounder. Oh yeah, it's a nice one. Yeah. Hey, buddy. That fish bit pretty aggressively compared to found the new area where they were. That's a nice fish. Take those out. Got a couple sores. We're fishing again early summer, and you still get some that are little beat up from the spawn, some, but they're back out here in deep water, feeding up. Bye bye. There we go. The show jump. Yeah, found that spot. I can get back in there quick. Get me another one. This structure fishing, it's really important. Hit them while they're hot. When you find them in a new area, it's real important to not jack around much when you're getting them. As soon as you get them, go back in the same spot. A lot of times you can get a couple of them before they move again. Right here I have the new line of Lucky Craft crankbaits that's been designed by the pro staff of Lucky Craft Lures along with the Lucky Craft lure designers. We're really excited about them. What we have here is we have crankbaits that will address about every situation that you'll encounter when cranking. We have the SR, which will, runs about 3 feet, the MR that runs about 6 feet, the DR, which runs about 9 feet, and the D12, which runs about 12 feet. And this new one right here that we're working on is going to be our deep diver. With this new line, you'll have a crankbait that'll handle any situation that you encounter in the water, depth, what the fish are biting, what size bait they're biting, and for every situation you'll have a crankbait. Well, that one hit it hard. Don't jump. Now, color selection is very critical in bass fishing. You really want to match the forage, what's going on, and the primary forage is shad. That's why a white crankbait is probably the best of all colors of crankbaits to fish with. If I only had one crankbait color to in my tackle box, if I had one crankbait that I could use and that was the only one I could have, I would have a white crankbait. Covers about every situation, water clarity, light, it's highly visible. It really matches the basic shade of the shad. So it's probably my #1 go-to color in a crankbait 90% of the time. Oh yeah. Nice little fish. And he ate it good. He's got it all the way down his mouth. Come here, buddy. Yeah, well, these fish kind of turned off, and I kind of left them for a little while. Came back, let them rest a little bit, came back, and maybe they're starting to bite again here. There's still quite a few of them down there. And that's the way they are. They'll move in, move out, turn on, turn off. You just gotta have to keep messing with them and hit them during different times of the day. And it becomes a timing deal. Hit them when they're ready, you catch them. Hit them when they're not, or when they're not there, you won't get a bite. When you pull in on a structured spot and you fish it for about 10 minutes, if you don't catch a fish, it's probably time to leave and run to the next one. Now you can come back and hit that spot later, but you can usually determine very quickly whether or not they're on that piece of structure right then at that moment. Yeah, he came back and got it. I was just saying, I just a second ago went over there and grabbed a big school of them. And I knew I was going to get a bite. I got my crankbait down there instead. He's not very big. But end of a long, long cast. Hey, come on. He's swimming toward me. And I mean, as soon as it hit the bottom, there he goes. He's going to jump. As soon as that hit the bottom. One of them tried to take it away from me and missed, and then this one grabbed it. They're fighting over it. They're going to jump again. Nice little fish. Tell he was probably in competition with the rest of his school. Now see, now he had it on his front top of his head, and now he's just got one hook on his back. They were probably all chasing after it, trying to be the first one to get it. He had the bait kind of like this. You can see where he tried to bite it. But you can tell a lot of times when there's a big school of fish and they're really fighting over it, you'll hook them all over the place because they're just so aggressive trying to get it from each other. See, buddy. All right, let's throw that in there. Get another. Straight up. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. Cool. He's gonna jump. Oh, this feels like a nice one. They all feel like nice ones though. Man. Strong. Whoa. Come here, buddy. Yeah. That's a nice one. One more jump. Come on. There you go. This one. This fish right here really demonstrates the varying your retrieve. I've had a couple. I was hitting the bottom pretty hard, and I really felt like I could had one maybe tap that crankbait, and I stopped it, let it float up off the bottom just as still, and that's right in their face if one's after it, and you feel him maybe take a couple little pecks at it, and I came back and he was just on there. That's really good good example of how varying your retrieve really can help you catch a lot more fish. One thing I want you to know is if you can take these techniques And you can apply them anywhere in the country on any body of water, because a bass is a bass is a bass. They're the same anywhere you go, and I've learned this through my travels throughout the country fishing tournaments. You can apply these techniques to any kind of structure, any kind of cover. Lake may be different, the water depth may be different, the water clarity may be different, but the bass are going to act the same. And you can use these techniques to define them on your home lake. You'll be able to catch a lot of fish.